What's your favorite apple? Is it the red ones, or is it the Gala, or is it the crisp ones? Let me know. Leave a comment down below. My name is Joad and welcome to my channel. Let's talk about Apple. Wait, I'm not talking about apples. I'm talking about the company Apple. Let's talk about their inventions, their ingenuity, and their designs. Sometimes they're just pre-existing products, but they use the products in a different way that the other companies have not thought about. They use it in a way that makes it user-friendly and straightforward. Some of you might agree with that, some of you might disagree. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below and let me know. Let's talk about the different products that they released recently. Their biggest one was the Apple Vision Pro. A lot of people have talked about it, a lot of people have reviewed it, a lot of people have said yes or no. Let's face it, it's kind of similar to the Meta version. It's not similar, but it's a similar price range. Apple's is AR and VR versus Meta's, which is VR. Then you have Microsoft's AR, but they didn't design it the way that Apple did, where the screen turns dark and you can actually view it as a VR headset, versus Microsoft, where they made it into an AR. AR is augmented reality, VR is virtual reality. So the Apple, they did a better job in the fact that they can actually scan your entire face and get a 3D rendering of you. When you're interacting online, you're getting a better idea of the other person and yourself. So if they have the Apple Vision Pro, then they're going to be able to do the same thing. So why talk about this? Why talk about something that's already been talked about? Why talk about something that everybody knows, hey, they just came out with it, it's coming out next year. It's going to hopefully change the industry for the better. What are the different applications for it? And how many people are actually going to shell out $3,500 for this headset? It's actually more expensive than most computers, laptops, iPhones, and any tablet device that you have. If you can get a full top-of-the-line desktop server or gaming rig for less. So what would make people want to buy this? Let me know what's the one reason that you would want to buy this. Leave a comment down below. There's so many different applications that are still left unexplored. There's so many different other companies that are working on it, that are designing around it, that are trying to build something for it. Let's talk about the Apple Watch. Let's talk about the iPad. Let's talk about the OS, which is the operating system. They have all of these different features, all of these different programs, all of these different inventions. Now, how are they setting them apart? We've seen them for a few years, and whenever we see them, we've noticed that there's incremental changes, there's incremental upgrades. Once in a while, they have something that really changes the way it was done for Apple environment. Apple does it in a way that's more user-friendly. So whenever it comes to the interface, when you look at it, it's easier for people to use it. So that's what differentiates them. But then I've also met people who just don't like Apple, who hate Apple, who are not an Apple fan. I'm not just an Apple fan. I'm not just a Microsoft fan. I'm not a Linux fan. I'm not a Unix fan. I'm all of them. I like each different features in each different way. I have no bias when it comes to what I like, what I don't. I keep it to the way that I prefer and that I've seen that just works for me and what I need. Now, the reason I created this, it's primarily been the next revolution for the iPhone. It hasn't came out yet, the iPhone 15. Most of the people have already reported about it. Most of people have already written about the iPhone 15. The fact that it's going to get an incremental processor upgrade, the internals, which most people don't even pay attention to. I'm not sure if anybody cares anymore, because you get these incremental upgrades, changes, that it's not so huge. It's not such a difference. It's not such a revelation that people are going crazy to line up and get the next iPhone. But wait, wasn't this whole topic about the next revolution in an iPhone? So why did I even create this video? Why am I creating this right now? What is the meaning and purpose behind this? Well, first, the reason I created it is because it's I have good news and I have bad news. Good news, there will be a significant change for the iPhone. The bad news is it's not going to happen until 9 years from now. Most of the changes are going to be small increments. They're not going to be huge. They're not going to be significant. They're not going to make a dent where you're like, okay, I have to get the next iPhone. I have to get this. It's mostly going to be people who need to upgrade. People who want to get the new iPhone, they get the new iPhone. If they don't want the iPhone, they're not going to get it. That's, like I said, their choice. But the reason I wanted to create this video is just to let people know that you are going to see a huge change. You're going to see that huge change 9 years from now. They might decide to make it 8, but realistically, the way things are looking, the way things are going, it's going to be 9 years. And I kind of wish they would keep it back to like 4-year increments where they do significant upgrades and changes, and like to really make the phone better in a huge way, not in a small incremental way, not in like, okay, it's got a new feature or it's got a new user interface, but to redefine what the iPhone means, to redefine the Apple OS and environment. My name is Jawad, and thanks for watching.